Hey, so yesterday what did we do?
We did one step adding, subtracting.
Okay, so yesterday we did one step adding and subtracting. What do you think we're going to do today?
Adding and dividing.
What is it, Gavin?
Adding and dividing.
No, we already did adding.
Dividing and
Multiplication.
Multiplying, divide. So today is one step multiplying and dividing equations.
and dividing.
Yep, one step multiplying and dividing equations.
You moved it a little.
The nice thing with these are going to be just like what we were doing yesterday. So let's come up with our operation and our opposite operation. So the first operation we're working with is multiplying. So if it's multiplying, what's the opposite of multiply? Divide.
Yeah, you are. I'm still doing the.
Okay, just don't talk and get it written down.
Me too. What's the end of? I'm on multiply.
So if your operation is division, what's the opposite?
Multiply.
Multiply or multiplication. Alright, so same thing as yesterday, doing the opposite operation of what is there. Alright, so we want to look at our steps again. So what was our first step yesterday? Box the variable. And our variable is our what?
Letter.
Letter.
Hang on, please.
Chad and Jordan, stop. So you'll box your variable, which is also known as your letter.
Okay.
What was step 2?
Draw a line through your.
Draw a line through your equal sign.
Can I just draw a line through an equal sign?
Considering that's what I just said.
Yeah. This is basically the same thing that we done yesterday.
It's the same thing, except now it's multiplying and dividing. Step 3. Yep, steps are the same. Do the opposite operation. So if there's multiplying, what are you going to do? Divide. If there's dividing, what are you going to do? You're going to multiply. And then step 4 is solve. Alright, so let's look at some examples. Let's say I have y divided by 3 equals 8. So when they're going to write division, it's going to look like a fraction. It's going to be y and then 3 underneath. All that is saying is I'm taking some number, dividing it by 3, and I'm getting 8.
So it's 3 or y times 3 equals 10.
Careful, we got to go through our steps. So first step tells me to do what?
Box it in. Box it in.
Okay, so we're going to box the variable. Then what?
Draw the line through the equal sign.
Good. Now I got to do the opposite operation. So what operation's here right now?
3.
Divide. So what's the opposite of divide?
Multiply.
Multiply. So when I multiply by 3, I'm just going to put a little dot on the side, and I'm going to do that on each side. We want to try and get away from using the x as the multiplication symbol, because x you're going to see as a variable.
Yeah.
Okay? So you want to use that dot to show times. So when I multiply this side by 3, so if I take a number that's being divided by 3 and I multiply by 3, those 3's cancel out. So on this side I'm left with just a y equals, what's 8 times 3? 24. So now I want to check. Plug it back in. So if I take 24 divided by 3, do I get 8?
Yeah.
Yes. So that one works. Levante, you getting this all written down?
I can't do it.
You can do it. We talked about this yesterday.
No.
Let's look at 4x equals 36.
Division.
4x equals 36. Levante, write this down. Okay, remember x is my letter. It doesn't mean times in this. It means my letter. Okay? Now, when I have 4x, what operation is that? Times. When it's written right next to each other and there's nothing there, it means times. So what's the opposite? Divide. So what am I going to divide by? By 4. So notice how I'm writing it when I divide by 4? I'm making it look like that fraction again. Okay? Mathematically, that's how it should be written. Okay, so we're going to get in that habit of writing it that way. So now, when I take 4 and divide it by 4, that just equals 1, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to cancel out. I'm left with x equal to
9.
36 divided by 4
9.
gives me 9. Now let's check. This is times, so if I take 4 times 9, do I get 36? Yes. Okay, questions so far?
Nope.
No, we got 2 more.
Oh, yay.
X divided by 6 equals 5.
X divided by 6 is 5.
So what do one, okay,
Put a line through the,
equal sign. Levante, you're going to have a really hard time doing the homework if you're not writing this down.
and then you put the times 6.
Okay, so I'm going to times by 6 on each side. So those 6's cancel out. So I'm left with x is equal to 5 times 6 is 30. So let's check. If I take 30 and divide it by 6, do I get 5?
Yes.
Yes.
It's actually almost as simple as the addition.
Mhm. Okay, one more. 2y equals 18. So Levante, what am I going to do first?
No.
Okay, what am I going to do after that, Levante? Good. Now, what operations between my 2 and my y, Levante, when they're written right next to each other? Is it multiplication or division when they're written right next to each other? Okay, so what's the opposite of multiply? What do we say up at the top? Opposite of multiplication is division. So what do I need to divide by? What's in front of my letter? 2. So I'm going to divide each side by 2. Those 2's cancel out. So I'm left with y is equal to 18 divided by 2 is what? 9. So let's check. 2 times 9, does that give me 18?
Yes.
Yes. Any questions?
No.
Who said?
You are going too fast.
Did you get it though?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, flip to page 3, fill out your table of contents. Today is 1-4.
We got homework on there.
Yep. Multiplying, dividing, one-step equation. We're on page 30 or whatever page you were on in your notes.